Dear students, today we are going to continue that chapter 1, exercise 1.3, first sum. Before starting the class, I will start with the quotation, aim for the moon, if you miss, you may hit a star. Okay, now read the question. I already given the sum for your homework, but this is a new to you, so I will do that in a classroom now. Read the questions once or twice. The subscription department of magazine, you know that magazines, you know a lot of magazines. They have sent out a letter to a large mailing list inviting subscription for the magazines. Some of the people receiving this letter already subscribe to the magazine while others do not. Some of them receiving the letter, they will want to subscribe. Others, they don't want. From the mailing list, 45% of those who already subscribe will subscribe again. Note this line, 45% of those who already subscribe will subscribe again. That means they subscribe to the magazines. So remaining 55% not subscribes. Out of 45 subscribes means leaving 50% does not subscribes. Again, already another data is while 30% of those who do not now subscribe will subscribe. Already 30% out of 100, 30 people do not subscribe. Now they are subscribes. So there are here two of them are playing. One is subscribers, another one is non-subscribers. So by the given data, I written that let A represent the percentage of subscribers and B represents the percentage of non-subscribers. Here transition probability matrix is playing very important role. So what is the transition probability matrix? So here subscribers is 45%, non-subscribers is 55%. So here A is subscribers, B is non-subscribers. Likewise, another data 30% that subscribes and another 70% does not subscribe. So out of 45% means what is meaning? 45 by 100. 45 by 100 means 0.45. Like that 55% means 0.55. 30% means 30 by 100, that we can write as 0.3, 70% means 0.7. Another data they are given that on the letter was found that on the last letter they found that 40% of those receiving the order of the subscriptions. So 40% received the order of subscriptions, 60% received. Out of 140 means remaining 60% does not receive the order of non-subscribers. So the subscribers and the non-subscribers will be written as 0.4 and 0.4, 0.6. Now we have to do the calculation. Now we will do the calculation. See that 0.4, 0.6. That's the transition probability matrix. What is that? 0.45, 0.55, 0.3, 0.7. How will do the calculation? You know that. What is the order of this matrix? 1 by 2. This one is 2 by 2. So we can get it 1 by 2. So how will do this? First row, first column, then first row, second column. So 0.4 into 0.45 plus 0.3 into 0.6. Sorry, 0.6 into 0.3. Again 0.4 into 0.55 plus 0.3 into 0.7. You know that 45 into 4, 180. So 45 into 4, 180. You have to put 3 decimal points. So 0.180. Then 0.6 into 0.3, 18. You have to put decimal points. So 0.18. Like this, 0.4 into 0.55. What we can get? 0.220. Like that, 0.6 into 0.7, 0.42. Then add this. 0.8 in this 0 will have no value. So when we add this, what we can get? 0.36. Then we add that one, we can get it 0.54. So 35% of those receiving the current letter can be expected to order a subscription. So out of 100, 36% they will subscribe. Remaining 64% not subscribers. So the question may be changed. According to that, you have to answer it. So do it nicely. We will go for second sum. Read the question. A new transit system has just gone into operation in Chennai. You know that the system is metro train. Of those who use the transit system this year, 30% will switch over to using the metro train next year and 70% will continue to use the transit system. There are metro train using or they will have their own transit system that is by using bus or two-wheeler, car by that. There are two here. One is transit system, another one is metro system. Of those who use metro train this year, 70% will continue to use metro train next year. 75% using metro train and 30% will switch over to the transit system. Likewise, suppose the population in a city remains constant. The population is still remain constant and 60% of the computers that use the transit system and 40% of the computers use a metro train this year. The first question is, what percentage of computers will be using the transit system after 1 year? Next question is, what percentage of computer will be using the transit system in long run? For that first question, what percent of computer will be using the transit after 1 year? There are two things are playing. What is that? One is that A represents the percentage of people using the transit system and B represents the percentage of people using metro system. So we have to form the transition probability matrix. How will first one is transit system. This one is transit. This one is that is A. That is B. So here 70% using. So remaining 30% non-using that. They are using metro. Next like this 30%, 70%. So 70% means 0.7. 30% means 0.3. This one is 0.3, 0.7. And also by the given data in a constant ratio, what is the given? 60% of computers use the transit system and 40% of them use the metro system. So we have to 0.6, 0.4 into transition probability. How will we multiply? We have to take the first row and first column. 0.6 into 0.7 plus 0.4 into 0.3. Likewise, 0.6 into 0.3 plus 0.4 into 0.7. 6 sevens are 42, 2 decimal point. 4 threes are 12, 2 decimal point. Likewise, 18, 2 decimal. 4 sevens are 28. So what we can get? 42 plus 12, 54. 18 plus 28, 36. That is decimal point 0.54, 0.36. So the first question is the 54% using the metro system. Percentage of computers using transit system after 1 year is 54%. And the percentage of using metro system is 36. That A denotes the, what is that? Transit system. So 54% is transit system, 36% is metro system. What is the equilibrium? You know that condition. Equilibrium will be reached for long run is what? AB and the transition probability is AB. AB, transition probability is AB, where A plus B is equal to 1. So when we replace B, 1 minus A. When we want to replace A, 1 minus A. We want to replace B, 1 minus A. If we want to replace, if A plus B is equal to 1, B is equal to 1 minus A is equal to 1 minus B. You can use this or this. Normally what we can use? B is equal to 1 minus A we are using. So what is that? You can take any one. First row, first column. 0.7 into A, 0.3 into B is equal to A. Or you can take it first row, second column. But instead of that, this we are using normally first one. So 0.7 A, 0.3 B is equal to A. Instead of B, what I put? 1 minus A. So we have to take 0.3 inside. So 0.3 minus 0.3 A is equal to A. 0.7 minus 0.3 0.4 A. 0.3 is equal to A. So take these 0.4 like terms. A minus 0.4 A. 0.3 keep one side. 1 minus 0.4 what we can get? 0.6 A is equal to 0.3. So A is equal to 0.6 by 0.3. Both are 1 decimal. So we can remove that. What you can put? 6 by 3. So is equal to 1 by 2. That is 50%. Therefore, the percentage of computers using transit system is 50%. Using transit system is 50%. Metro system also 50%. That's all. Can you got it? Okay, and you will go for 2 more sums are there. I will teach. We'll go for the third sum. I will read the question now. 2 types of soaps A and B are in the market. You know that 2 soaps you are using. One of them using lot of soaps in the market. We are two types of soaps we are using now in the sum. The present market shares are 15% for A and 85% for B. Of those who bought A the previous year, 65% continue to buy it again. So out of 100 people, 65 are using the same soap. They are switching and the remaining 35% switch over to the remaining soap B. Likewise, of those who bought B the previous year, 55% buy it again and 45% switch over to A. So here transition probability here, one is soap A, another one is soap B. That A represents the percentage of people, those who bought the soap A. Let B represent the percent of people, those who bought soap B. So what is the transition probability matrix? A is using 65%. So 65% means 0.65. So soap B is 35%, that is 0.35. Likewise, 55% of people are using soap B. So 55%, that is 0.55. So 0.45 is using for soap A. So the transition probability matrix is very important for you. So that is soap A, this is soap B. So 65% using soap A, 0.35 using soap B. Likewise, 0.45 using soap A, 55% using soap B. By the given data, that is market A soap is using 15%, that is 0.15. B is 85%, that is 0.85. Percentage after 1 year. So what you have to do? 0.15, 0.85 into that transition probability matrix. How will multiply? First row, first column. First row, second column. We are multiplying. 0.15 into 0.65. When you multiply that, what you can get? 975, you get it. But 4 decimals, so we have to put a 0.0975. Another one is 0.85 into 0.45, we can get it 3825, 4 decimal 0.3825. Likewise, 0.15 into 0.35, what you can get? 525, 4 decimal, so we have to put a 0.0525. 0.85 into 0.35, what you can get? 0.4675. You can use manual or you can use the calculator. Practice it. You learn the multiplication table. Don't depend always the calculator. Do it multiplication table and then do it. So we can add this one. What you can get? 0.48. Here what you can get? 0.52. So market share after 1 year is for soap A is 48% and soap B is 52%. Another one is equilibrium. You know that equilibrium condition. What is that? AB transition probability matrix is equal to AB, where A plus B is equal to 1. So what you can do? When you want to replace B, you can write it 1 minus A. If you want to replace A, you have to put 1 minus B. Normally we are replacing only B. So AB transition probability is, already we wrote, what is that? 0.65, 0.35, 0.45, 0.58 is equal to AB. Multiply first row, first column. First row, second column. But normally we are using for equilibrium first row, first column. You can do it. First row with the second column also. So 0.65 into A, 0.45 into B is equal to A. 0.65 A, 0.45 B equal to 1 minus A is equal to A. 0.65, 0.45 A is equal to A. 0.65 minus 0.45 A, what you can get? 0.20 A. 0.45 is equal to A. 0.45 you can keep it this constant. Take this A and all one side. So A minus 0.20 A. So what you can get? 1 minus 0.2, 0.8 A we can get it. So A is equal to 0.4 by 0.8. So we have 2 decimal points. Numerator 2 decimal point, but denominator is 1 decimal point. So we have put it 45 multiple by 100. So 45 by 80. You know the simplification 5 table. Both are divisible by 5. So 9 5s are 45. 16 5s are 80. 9 by 16, you do the manually, what you can get it? 0.5625. In percentage, when you are multiply this 100, what we can get? 56.25. What is B? 100 minus 100 minus 53.72 percentage, that is 43.725 percentage. Actually 1 minus means 100 minus, here 100 percentage minus 56.25%. What we can get? 43.75. So equilibrium is reached when A is equal to 56.25, B is 43.75. I checked the book answer correct. So do that fourth sum as a homework. I will give it to you. Try your level best. My dear student, I will give the fourth sum as a homework for you. That is easy for you. You can do it. Thank you. I will give that exercise 1.4, 1 mark question is a worksheet for you. That also you have to do it and send it at the earliest. Thank you.